actual sketch.
That's like, hey, you tired of looking at that baby yet? You're over that kid, right? Yeah. You're over it. Okay.
Yeah, you have no life.
You just look at photos on your phone. You're fine. You don't have a day job. Snuggle them in the day. Put them to bed. Get to the theater. Yeah. Well, but it's putting together a project and working on it. Like the beautiful thing about this podcast where I get to meet people like you and other people is that it opens my mind to other people's processes and the way people look at comedy. And then I try to soak up. The reason why I like talking to people like this is that I think that I know a tiny amount. I know 10% of how to live life. And it's fine for me, but I want to know all the ways that different people do things. Yeah. So it's great to hear how you do it. Even the idea of I was talking to you earlier about how I have a tough time finding women I can work with. And I'm like, it's all women? What? That sounds crazy. Where are they? Do you want to move to Austin? It's, those kinds of things. I was in about a minute, I'm going to be like, listen, Virginia's harem is coming. They're all in the neighborhood now. They're moving in with you.
So when you say all women, you mean mostly men, right? That's a weird way to say mostly men. No.
All women, you mean just Amy and then men? I always try to argue. I'm all I'm in charge. They do what I tell them to. It's not because some people are men, they got everything. I'm I'm the person in charge.
Right.
They still do what I tell them to do.
Yeah.
I always forget I'm a girl though.
And to be fair, none of us are super masculine, so we're not exactly macho and all the women out or anything. Most of us are pretty soft all around.
Wendell, our entire audience is just the neighborhood. Sorry, you guys are so manly. Everything about you is very...
Nope. That's how confident I am in their lack of alpha mentality. Is I know the people in the neighborhood that do listen to this, and they're all just going, yeah. I'm glad nobody's putting a macho standard to me.
Yeah, they're probably relieved that you said something.
Fucking thank God.
Yeah, woo! God, I've been trying to be macho for years.
I was gonna come in with flannel chewing tobacco next Sunday.
I can let that go? Oh, God. I hate cigars. Oh, man. So just as a quick sort of wrap-up question, what's the next big project? What's the thing or creative project you're working on, whether with the group or on your own? What's the thing you've been thinking about lately?
Well, I try to do different stuff every year. I wanted to this past year I did a solo show, which was really fun. So I kind of get goals, I suppose, for the year. Mm-hmm. Next year, I really want to focus on, every year I want the harem to go to a different festival in the country. And so far we have. And I would like to write more for online funny stuff, McSweeney's or whatever, just trying to write that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I would like to try to write do a web series.
Great. That sounds awesome. And you have thankfully all the tools to do every one of those things, not only with your own talent, but also with the people that you have surrounded in the community.
Yeah. I mean, Andy Richter's got your back, so...
Exactly.
Right?
Just sail on that.
He retweeted me once in 2011. That means that he has... made a tacit agreement to support me for the rest of his life.
Tip from me to you, the only famous person that's ever not retweeted, well, he retweeted one, but usually likes his own mentions is Nick Kroll. So if you need some love, write a tweet about how much you like Nick Kroll. He will like it, possibly retweet it.
Thank you.
So yeah, he's liked 3 or 4 things that I've written, but it's usually I watch something he does and then go guys, could Nick Kroll be better? And then he just thank you. We all hate ourselves. He does too. And he's all let's go to Twitter for some love. Oh, she likes me. Yeah. That 40-year-old woman from Austin, Texas likes me. Everything's fine now.
Having a rough day.
Dear Netflix, I'm ready to do another project.
Are you 40 now?
I'm about to turn.
Oh, but you call yourself 40 hours.
Well, I just like to, be part of the next generation. I'm always looking forward.
Yeah. I'm
not afraid to age.
I do the same thing, but I kind of wish now, just let yourself have those last couple years of being 30.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm 39. I'm 39 now, and my birthday's not till July, so I've got a good 39. But I don't like odd numbers.
Okay, so I'm about to turn 30, and I hate 29 because 9 just it's a hard. It sounds like a bell ringing, like the final bell. You know,
Yeah,
I just want to get to 30.
I know.
Plus, I feel like every new decade I get like a cool new like way of looking at the world, and so I'm ready for the 40s. Like I'm like, oh yeah. Listen, the 30s were great. I learned lots of good lessons. I did lots of great things. But what's there? What's in my 40s? I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to figure out what that means.
Yeah.
I'm going to also be writing comedy and doing like I'm inspired by all the writing that you do on like Medium, and I see the things you're on in the Binders group and the McSweeney's, and every time I see you post something, I'm all like, yes, okay, we're great.
Yeah.
She's great. I want to be like her. How can I do it? So do know that you are inspirational to me, at least, if not other people, I'm sure.
Thank you. No, I'm all about like women in their 40s fucking doing comedy. I mean,
Absolutely.
In Closet Fangs here, 4 of us are in our 40s.
You don't out them. They're fine. You can say if that one does not want to be raised. She's 39. It's fine. My grandmother was 37 till the day she died.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've emotionally been 60 for most of my life.
Yeah, that's true.
I am so mad at my peers all the time. I'm so grumpy with everything they do. And I have been. I have been for such a long time. It's like, God damn it, your parents are at home worried sick. You know, like I've been saying that since I was 19.
Really? I was kind of the same. I remember being at a friend's house and she talked back to her mom in front of me, and I was horrified, and I was like, don't talk to your mom that way.
What sweet respect you have for your elders. Even though this whole conversation started with discussions of tripping.
Yeah.
I respect myself so much that I take hallucinogens.
I don't hold myself to the standard I hold everybody else to. Fuck that. No, I just when I'm doing it, I'm evolving. You know? I'm learning. I'm expanding. When they're doing it, they're just being little fuck-ups and like huffing glue or whatever kids do these days.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for sitting down with us and taking the time out of your day to discuss. And, as projects go on, let us know. We'd love to chat with you again.
Yeah.
And these are only sort of shorter chats for the Hell Yes Fest season that we're doing, but a lot of times we'll do longer. So, and also, again, if you ever come to Austin, let me know. We can do sketch stuff. I can get you things, you know?
Next year I want to come to Austin. And sometime when the neighborhood comes, I want to be able to see y'all. Y'all are always either in the same bill as us or performing at the same time.
Yeah, they put us at a lot of that. I think it's like strong women, let's put them together. Or, oh wait, we need strong women here and here, so that way we never see each other. Because it's like, I don't know, I mean, they're representing over there, so... Yeah, it's just me and a bunch of dudes, and then you. But thank you so much for sitting down. Enjoy the rest of the festival, and I'll see you tonight at the parties.
I'm sure. Exactly. Bye.
I looked on your Facebook profile, and it says you're from Massachusetts, huh?
I am.
I'm also from Massachusetts.
Oh, shit. I'm, born and bred, Northampton, Mass.
Yeah, wild. Not my area. I'm from Dedham, which is like, up by, I don't know, Needham and Newton and that area. I don't know which towns are the reference towns that you'll know.
Like, Orange, a little bit Orange County, Blanford. It's like, that's like closer to... It's closer to Boston, right?
Yeah, a little bit closer to Boston, yeah. Are you, Northampton's west, right?
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna pretend I know what maps. I'm not gonna.
That's fine. I did a theater festival at Williamstown Theater Festival. I don't know if you had heard of it or if your Northampton's near it. I don't actually know where Northampton is. But even though we're both from the tiniest state in the world, we don't know where it is. But I guess we don't live there anymore, right? So geography's hard.
It is. It's without Google Maps, everybody would be like, it'd be Mad Max in this. It would.
It totally would. Be like, which way is north? I don't understand. I was telling the barista this morning that, like, I brought cash because I was on a trip and I somehow thought that would be a smarter move. But the whole I don't use cash hardly ever. So, like, as I'm using it, I'm getting confused about math and, like, looking at coins like, crap, how many, 25 plus 5 is it? You know, it's like, oh God, why am I so bad at this? Society's going dead.
Math is hard.
Appreciate your support.
Yeah. No, honestly, fuck academics.
I suppose we are doing fine.
Yeah.
So do you, your comedy is stand-up, huh?
Yeah, stand-up, improv. I'm here for improv.
Oh, yeah?
I try and do it all that year.
Right on. What's your improv troupe's name?
My Mama's Biscuits.
Awesome.
Yeah, everybody likes Martin on our team.
Okay.
Not Martin Lawrence, not Martin Freeman.
Martin Lawrence, not Martin Freeman?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought you meant the television show. I was like, great.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the television show with Gina. I know.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if we're the same age, but I think, generationally we probably watch the same shows.
Some people forget about Martin, and I never know.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually really love Tisha Campbell a lot. That's the girl, right? Because she was in this show when she was a kid called Rags to Riches. It was like a made-for-TV movie that I really enjoyed. It was almost like an Annie, but there were like 12 girls as opposed to one girl. And and they did these awesome little musical numbers. And then she was in Little Shop of Horrors, and I enjoyed that one as well. So the first couple times I saw her in things she sang. So then when I saw she was in that show, I was like, is there going to be singing? But it was a different kind of show. But that's okay because she's cute and I enjoyed her. Yeah, so I'd watched her in all the things. Like when I was a kid, that's when I watched Rags to Riches. And I was like, look at those orphans. They're doing well.
You're going to make it, kids.
Yeah, it was like set in Chicago. Like the guy who adopted them was like, this like Italian mafia kind of guy with like a cigar, but he had a heart of gold.
He adopted 12 kids?
Yeah, he had some cash. He was available.
All right.
He needed love. Mafia life is hard.
I'm gonna get that DVD. That sounds crazy to me.
I don't know that it's available anywhere because it was a made-for-TV movie, and I've tried to find it because a lot of the things that I watched when I was a kid were made-for-TV movies, but they're hard to find now on any sort of service because it's like, well, okay. I don't even know if the after-school specials are available. Are you a child? All right, I'm 39. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, great. Yeah. I was like, let me just tell you how old I am, and then you'll tell me.
Let's get our references on point.
Right. Well, because it's like, also like people are often, guys are always afraid to ask a woman how old she is. I'm like, I don't care at all. Let me tell you, so we know what like after school specials made me weirdly moral because they told me I'd be murdered if I was lying. So
Yeah, I'm afraid. No, it's refreshing. It's refreshing to have somebody be honest about their age to me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why? People are always lying to you? Is it the entertainment industry?
It's the entertainment industry, and it's just everybody wants to shave off that 1 year. Right. And it's not a woman thing, it's a dude thing too. There's a guy who's like, I'm 25, and it's just like, no. You can tell.
No. Or maybe he's just like, he's a hard 25. Like, it's like, you've been through a lot, man.
Yeah, maybe that's
You're like, what did you do? Exactly. You're like, hey, man, one day I want to sit down. I want you to tell me the story of what happened to you. Yeah, no, I don't care. I actually added, every time I've talked to people about it until just now, I've been telling people I was 40 all weekend because it's like kind of easier when you're like making some, I'll say things like a 40-year-old woman's telling you blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of easier just to, If I'm using it in my sass, then it's easier just to round up.
Oh, she's 40. We should listen.
Yeah, right.